Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and I want to welcome you to the new and improved Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast. After many years of interviewing the best and brightest thought leaders around the world on my SiriusXM show, I am excited to now have those interviews available to people around the globe on this podcast. So many people would write us and say, I love what I've been hearing about your interviews with these great people. Where can I access them? I live in this country or that country, or I don't have access to that technology. How can I get the information? Well, I'm so excited now that we are able to offer the information and the interviews free on this podcast. So we want you to sit back and enjoy this message and let me know how you like them. And then do me a favor. If you like them, send a review, write a review and post it. And if you like it, hit like on here and share it and tell everybody you know about it, and then subscribe to this podcast so you'll get the alerts when we post a new interview episode. Thank you for listening and enjoy the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast.
Named one of the outstanding 5 speakers in the world.
Inducted into the Speaker Hall of Fame.
Award-winning singer.
Best-selling author.
And now, here's Willie Jolley.
Well, it's true. We are back, and I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. It's forced upon me. I can't refuse it. I didn't seek it. I didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but our eternities are wrapped up in it. I'm grateful for this minute, this moment, this opportunity to be on with you. That's right, you. Each and every one of you, wherever you may be, in your car, in your home, at the office, or you might be out working out. I've seen some people who listen to my show in the gym. They say, I listen to it in the gym. They're on a podcast. Hopefully you'll be taking it everywhere you go. And even if you get one of those seats on the rocket to the moon with the new rocket, that you'll be able to take me with you. So welcome to the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways Show. I take a moment to thank you for this moment, this minute. Then I take a moment to give God glory for life and strength and health. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every day I wake up, and this is another day. This is the day the Lord made, and I'm grateful and I'm glad in it. And I don't take it for granted. Every day I'm grateful. And so I encourage people to be grateful and be thankful, because there's a power that comes from gratitude. And so I want to encourage you to stay grateful. So I give God glory. Then I want to take one more moment to thank our sponsor. We're grateful for our sponsors. Truist Financial is the sponsor. 2 great banks came together to create an even greater bank, Truist. They have a shared purpose to inspire and build better lives and communities. And now, with their combined resources, their collective passion, and their continuous pursuit of innovation and excellence, Truist is opening the door to a better financial experience to help people and businesses achieve more, do more, and have more. So see what the future of finance is shaping up to be all over this country. Look up Truist.com. That's right. Truist.com. Truist Bank. Member FDIC. Well, I want to thank all of you who have made this part of your weekly routine. I want to thank all of you who sent me notes saying, hey, I've been doing what you said on these shows. I've been following the great ideas from your guests. I've improved my credit score. One lady said she has improved the credit score. I've started a business. I've doubled my income. I've made much more money this year, even in these tough, challenging times. And I want to thank you, because it is because of that I can continue to be encouraged that this is working. And I'm grateful for the fact that you are sharing with me. Please continue to send me emails at info@williejolly.com, info@williejolly.com, letting me know your success stories. Well, every week I try and bring a show to you that I believe is going to inspire, empower, uplift you, and change your life. And today is another one. In fact, I got double for you today. Double for you today. Not one guest, but 2 guests who are both world-renowned, world-class achievers and world-class in their ability to help people to grow and go to the next level. First, I got Dr. Joe Vitale. Joe, is it Vitale or Joe Vitale?
Vitale. It's a good Italian name.
Yeah,
Spaghetti, macaroni,
Vitale.
Vitale.
Yeah, Vitale. Also known as Mr. Fire. He's a multiple best-selling author of over 80, that's right, 80 books, including the one most people know him for, The Attractor Factor. He also is known for Life's Missing Instruction Manual, Zero Limits, and There's a Customer Born Every Minute. He was one of the stars of the hit movie The Secret. If you've seen the movie The Secret, you've seen Joe Vitale, and he has provided internet marketing and law of attraction programs around the world. And many of you know we've had many of the other members of The Secret. Michael Beckwith has been here, and Lisa Nichols has been here. So we're glad to have Joe Vitale. Tim Shurr is an award-winning leadership speaker and multi-award-winning hypnotist, and he is fantastic. He's been facilitating over 15,000 individual sessions, discovering the secrets to eliminating insecurity, anxiety, self-sabotage, and getting you to think higher about the possibilities, helping you get rid of your self-limiting beliefs and thoughts. He is so effective, he's been featured on NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and TEDx, and now he's been featured and being featured on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Way show. They have joined forces to write a brand new book. I'm just so excited about this book. It's called One Belief Away. One Belief Away. How to program your unconscious mind for prosperity and inner peace. Woo, 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 woo. This is going to be a barn burner today. Gentlemen, thank y'all for being with me. And I'm going to take a moment and just point to each one of you. And you tell me, I gave the thumbnail sketch, who you are, where you're from, what you've done. I'll start with Joe. Tell us a little more, Joe, about who you are, where you're from, and how you got to be Dr. Joe Vitale, because you came to NSA, National Speakers Association, probably 7-8 years ago now, and you wowed everybody, just giving ideas of raising your consciousness. So, Joe, tell us a little more about you and where you come from.
Well, first of all, I'm flattered to be here, and I'm honored that you even remember about the National Speakers Association appearance that I did.
And one more thing, Dr. Joe, you said at the National Speakers Association that you were homeless, you were broke, and you changed your programming, your internal programming, and it created wealth in your thinking and in your life. Am I right?
And it is an ordeal to become an overnight success. Writing books, creating music, appearing in movies, and doing my best to inspire people. But in short, really, all I'm doing, Willie, is following my passion.
Amen.
Follow my passion, and wherever it takes me, it's a new book, it's new music, it's a new movie, it's appearance like this. And that's the fire that keeps me alive.
Awesome. And Tim Shurr. Now, let me tell you, folks, first of all, how I got to know Tim Shurr. Tim Shurr sent me an email just kind of one day, and he mentioned, I want to have you speak for this event I'm doing. And it's with a bunch of other speakers. And it's called The Legends. And I said, yeah, okay. People send me emails all the time. But then when he told me the other folks he had on and how he had gotten all of these great speakers to say yes, Les Brown and Dennis Waitley and Bob Proctor and just one after another. And I said, how did you do this? How did you get them all to say yes? And he said, well, I have a way of asking people, are you going to do it? I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. You got all my guys on me. Yeah, all my buddies are there. So Tim Shurr, tell us a little more about you and where you come from.
Thank you for sharing that story, Willie. And it is an honor to be on the program with both of you today. So, I was so excited. You were one of everybody's favorites. No surprise there for that Legend Summit. So I started out a very anxious, scared, insecure guy. And I wanted to I wish I could say that I started out with this ideal of wanting to transform the world, but that wasn't the case. I wanted to figure out how to get rid of my anxiety, how to get rid of that fear of not being good enough, how to get out of my own way and quit sabotaging myself, my money, my relationships. How do I not keep getting fired from jobs? I wanted to try to figure me out. And so I went to school for psychology. And while I was going through a program They had a hypnotist that came in as a guest speaker. They asked for a volunteer. I said, sure, I'll cluck like a chicken. I didn't know anything about hypnosis. And so they hypnotized me, and it was the first time that anxiety went away. And I'm like, what is this all about? So I got really deep into learning hypnosis and any other peak performance tool that could help you to start feeling better immediately, not after 20 years of talk therapy. I wanted to feel better now. Yes. And so after, it's been 32 years now that I've been studying us people and us human beings. And now I facilitated over 15,000 individual hypnosis sessions, like you had said. And I figured out what the cure is for insecurity and that fear that we're not enough, and how to get rid of it. And when you do that, when you clear out that old programming, it's extraordinary what people are able to accomplish.
You know, when I went to your site and I saw the hypnosis part of your business, I was really impressed, because I don't really know that many people who really do hypnosis. And you see from television the watch the clock, watch the watch, and go back and forth. You are under my control. But what you talk about in the book is how people are needing to be empowered into a new way of thinking so that they can overcome those limiting beliefs. You got a great story about a lady who was claustrophobic and was just wouldn't go into elevators, wouldn't go anywhere where there was the doors, all the rooms were closed. She was limiting herself. And I've heard of people like that who won't go over bridges. They can't drive over a bridge. They have to have somebody come and get in the car, drive them on the other side of the bridge. Yes. But through hypnosis, they were able, and you were able to help this woman not only get principles and some techniques that would help her get on that elevator, but enjoy going up and down. And when she got to the bottom, her family was shocked to see her so calm. So hypnosis really does work, doesn't it?
Well, it does. And Joe and I both, in fact, that's how Joe and I met originally, at a hypnosis conference.
Really?
I didn't know Joe was who he was and how fancy he was and
how famous he is. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's right. What I did know is that all the headliners that were speaking at that conference were hovering around Joe's table. So I thought maybe I should go say hi. And that was like 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Joe,
to answer your
go ahead.
Answer your question, it's not the hypnosis, it's your mind that's so powerful. Hypnosis is just a word that describes a set of tools that you use to access the power of your subconscious or unconscious mind, and then unlock that power inside of you. We all have this power. We all have this magic that God gave us. It's just very few of us really know how to use it. And because we don't know how to use it in the proper way, we accidentally sabotage ourselves. It's like getting a brand new computer, but you have no idea how to use it. So powerful. It can do so much for you, but because you don't know how to use it, it more just frustrates you than anything else.
And Joe, what do you think on that same topic about hypnosis and how it unlocks that unconscious part of your mind that really is like a supercomputer? Am I right?
You're absolutely right. And I love what Tim's saying about this, because hypnosis is scientifically proven to work. It has been used by science and blessed by science since the 1950s.
Wow.
And what Tim is talking about is absolutely correct. I started investigating it when I was a teenager because I just knew there had to be more to life. And I really wanted to be superhuman in some way, or Superman in some way. And I thought if I could unlock the powers of the mind, I could move in that direction. And hypnosis is one of the first doorways I knocked on.
Wow. Hypnosis and unlocking the power of the mind. They've come up with a great new book, One Belief Away: How to Upgrade Your Unconscious Mind for Prosperity and Inner Peace, are in the book. And then they go on to talk about how powerful the unconscious mind is. We're going to talk about that in greater depth as we come back from the break. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways Show. And for sure, your best is yet to come.
Life had enough ups and downs. But Lord, since I met you, all that's changed in the blink of an eye. Now all my heart wants to do is fly.
Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why some people can make $1 million, lose it, make a second million, lose that, then make a third million, while other people can't even make ends meet? Well, the reason is that those people know the recipe for success. And that recipe is available to everyone if you will do what they did. They made a habit of getting positive, motivational resources of great thinkers and great learners. And I want to offer those same kind of resources to you. We've developed a free page on my website. It's wjspeaks.com/gift. wjspeaks.com/gift. On that site, we've got resources, books, audios that help you to grow, and they're free. So go to wjspeaks.com/gift, wjspeaks.com/gift, and get some of those resources, and then share that page with your friends and your family members. We want to impact and inspire millions of people. And remember, if you enjoy this message on this podcast, like it, share it, and post a review about it, and make a difference in the lives of others by letting them know about it. Have a great day. This is Dr. Willie Jolley.
A to the D to the T to the I to the T to the U to the D to the E. A to the T to the T to the I to the T to the U to the D to the E. It's about your attitude. It's about your attitude. It's about your attitude. It's all about your attitude. It's about your attitude. It's about your attitude. It's about your attitude. It's all about your attitude. It's about your attitude. It's about your attitude. It's about your attitude. It's all about your attitude.
And we're back. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways Show. And I am grateful for all of you who have made this the #1 self-help show in the country. You've done that by sharing this with your friends, your family members, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. You've told Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, hey, you've got to listen to this show. And I am grateful for you. Now, here's what I need you to do. Keep sharing it. Keep telling everybody. Keep putting it out to your friends, your family, your network. Tell people this is something I'm highly recommending. How do you do these things that you talk about? And how do you get a person to release that subconscious? Now, first of all, you talk in the book about the two levels of consciousness, this conscious and subconscious. Why don't you, Tim, why don't you describe a little bit about the difference between the two of them and why they're really quite different? Because you gave a great analogy. The subconscious is actually doing things for you, like on autopilot. Somebody throws something toward you, you duck it. You don't have time to think about it. It's subconscious, but it also generates ideas. Tell us a little bit about the difference.
Yeah, great question. So your conscious mind is the analytical part of you, the thinking part of you, the part of you that is thinking this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. It takes in information from your 5 senses and tries to make meaning of the world. Okay, where your unconscious mind or your subconscious mind, that's the part of you that stores your beliefs, your life experiences. It keeps the habits that you have formed in place. It's the part of you that runs your autonomic functioning. So it keeps your heart beating 100,000 times a day. It keeps you breathing without you having to think about it. So your conscious mind is the part of you that is going through the world, making judgments and deciding what you want to do. But your unconscious mind, because it stores your beliefs and your habits, that is the part of you that causes you to behave in a way that was already pre-established when you were a little kid. When we are little, we learn, to believe that, what I believe about myself, what I believe about you, what I believe about the world around us. And those beliefs, those attitudes, those values, those biases, they get caught in our unconscious mind. And most of our behavior is coming from that type of learning. So a lot of times we think that we're in control of our life, but if you are under pressure, you find real quick that you don't feel in control, you feel out of control. People will say, I don't know why I can't just stop smoking, or why I know that I got type 2 diabetes, but I keep eating at night anyway. I know what to do. I can't get myself to do it. And that's because your subconscious mind is running a program that is causing you to behave in that way. So it makes sense, instead of trying to use willpower or logic to change what's going on, you got to change the program that's running in your subconscious mind. Like, don't cut the top of a weed off, get the root and pull it out there.
So that's exactly, Joe, what you've been doing for, many years, and you became famous in the secret because you talk to people about their programming, their consciousness, their prosperity or their poverty thinking, and how it was deep rooted. Am I right, Joe?
You are absolutely right. I was homeless. My beliefs were largely responsible for creating what I was experiencing. For one thing, I had a belief that probably everybody listening, everybody watching probably has. And I will begin the belief and you will finish it. Money is the root of all
evil.
And everybody just said evil. So let's stop and look at this. If you believe that money is bad for you, or money is evil, or money will corrupt, you will not allow it into your life. When I was homeless, I didn't know that I thought money was bad, but my unconscious did. And my unconscious assumed that because money's bad, keep it away. Keep it away. And as a result of it away, I was homeless, and then I was in poverty. As I worked on my beliefs, which are in the unconscious mind, which is why I love what Tim's talking about, I freed myself, and not only got off of homelessness and got out of poverty, but went on to a level of success that was probably totally unbelievable to the younger version of me. Where I've gone as I've gotten rid of these internal beliefs is the whole new way of being.
Wow.
This is why we have to do the internal unconscious work on those programs. When we free ourselves, then we can have, do, or be virtually anything we can imagine. And that's the power of the book. The title alone gives the way. Change a belief like money is the root of all evil to money is a spiritual tool for good. And suddenly you are okay to receive money, use money, be blessed by money. Money is a spiritual tool for good. It is to fulfill your mission, your life mission, your purpose on earth. Money is good.
Money is
Take
good.
that in. Money is good. You can do so much good with it. When people put down money, I say, well, is this pen bad? Because with this pen, I can probably stab you. Or with this pen, I could probably write the great American novel.
Right.
It's not the pen. It's me. It's not money. It's the person looking at money. That's why the deeper work is so important.
Wow. Let's go back to that. Money is the root of all, and everybody finishes it off by saying evil. When we know that that's my background and my doctorate is in theology. That is a misquoting of the scripture that money is not the root of evil. It's the love of money is root of evil. And it's the thought that you are making money something that it was not meant to be. I remember going to see a guy talk one time who was he was a businessman who also had a ministry. And he did something that blew my mind, Joe and Tim. And it blew my mind. He said, bring money up here on the stage. And he was on the stage and people started throwing 20s and money. And he walked on the money. He walked all over the money. And I was like, oh my God, that's sacrilegious, until I realized that money is just a tool, just like a pen or a stapler or anything else. It's a tool that you use for either good or bad, and it will magnify whatever use you use it. If you use it for good, it will magnify that. If you use it for bad, but it is not in itself a deity. It is a tool, and I love that. Okay, so you guys decided to write this book, One Belief Away. What made you want to write this book with Tim, Joe? What was your reason for?
No, I love the question. Tim interviewed me. And I told Tim, I said, Tim, you know, what we're doing here is the basis for a book. If you felt like elaborating it or doing more interviews with me or doing some more research, we're on this. And to Tim's credit, he picked up the challenge and he did the work. He essentially wrote the book. He was kind enough to put my name on the cover, but this is his baby. This is his book. I believe in him. I believe in the book. I believe in the message that's in it and how it can help so many people. That's why I agreed to it. This is an exciting moment and an exciting project.
Wow. And Tim, I want to ask you next, can you explain what one belief away means? What does one belief away mean?
It means that you are literally one belief away from the impossible becoming possible, right? So when you switch, for example, from the belief that I'm not worthy to the belief that I am worthy, all of a sudden you can accomplish extraordinary things.
Say that again. Say that again. 'Cause I want to make sure people get that. I want the power of that statement hit them. Say it again.
When you switch from the belief that I'm not worthy,
I am not worthy,
when you
I
am
to I am worthy,
it changes the game.
It changes everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, a friend of mine, Kathleen, came in one time. She's a client. She was weighing well over 300 pounds. And she said, Tim, can you hypnotize me to be a happy fat person? And then she started crying because she told me that I can't lose weight. It's impossible. So if I could just learn how to be happy the way that I am, that would be enough. But her tears revealed that that's not what she really wanted. So we started going through the one belief away method. And it turns out when she was a young girl, she had experience and she interpreted that experience as I'm not worthy of being loved. And so if she can't if she's not worthy of being loved, then she can't treat herself in a loving way. And so it was impossible for her to lose weight because that would have been too loving. That would have been too kind, too nurturing for her. And so somewhere in her subconscious mind, she had to sabotage it. When we shifted that belief to I am worthy of being loved. In fact, I love me. She lost 154 pounds in 10 months.
Wow.
And it's stayed off. I talked to her. It's been 4 years now and she's still doing great.
Wow. That same concept applies to another story you have in the book about a guy who was a chain cigarette smoker.
Mm-hmm.
He was smoking 4 packs a day. He would have one in his mouth, one in the ashtray, and then he'd be smoking and go reaching for another one. And it was just a unconscious program that he needed cigarettes to keep him in. Well, and you helped him through hypnosis to break the habit. And then he came in one day all distraught. He was upset. He said, I blew it. I blew it. And you said, what happened? I blew it. I had a cigarette. He said, say it again. I had a cigarette. So you went from whatever this number was.
80 cigarettes.
80 cigarettes a day to 1 cigarette in a day. You're doing pretty good. We got rid of 80. We got rid of 79 cigarettes. All we got to do is work on 1. What was that programming you think that changed, that created that, and what was it that changed it?
So first, I got to tell you, this is a delight hearing you tell my stories because you tell them way better than I do. This is surreal. I love it. So, like with any kind of behavior that feels like it's an addiction, which I always tell people that smoking or overeating is more of a strong emotional habit than it is an addiction. Because I've helped people get off heroin as well. That's an addiction.
Wow.
Okay. So, but when you're breaking the sugar or the nicotine habit, things like that, the belief is that I can't feel good without it.
Wow. Hold that thought. I'm going to come right back. I want to jump right back in when we come back. This is Dr. Willie Jolley and the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways show. We're going to take a quick station identification break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and I got an email from a gentleman in Australia who shared how he had been struggling in his business, and he bought some of my books and audios, and how it had a profound impact on his business, and he went from worst to first in his company. I shared with him how much I appreciated his note, but I told him those books, those audios, those videos were not just something that I just thought up one day and thought to write. They were born out of my experiences, out of the challenges of overcoming the problems and the difficulties and how I was able to do it. And I shared with him that others have sent similar messages and that these resources work. I want to encourage you and invite you to go to my store. Go to wjspeaks.com/shop. wjspeaks.com/shop. Get some of the books. It only takes a minute to change your life. Or a setback is a setup for a comeback. Or turn setbacks into greenbacks. Or chicken soup for the soul. Or an attitude of excellence. Or the book I wrote with my wife after 34 years of being married and not having an argument in over 30 years. We wrote a book called Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. And now it is saving marriages all over the globe. Go to the store, get some of the audios, the videos, the books, the resources to help you have greater personal and professional success. This is Dr. Willie Jolley. Make this a great day on purpose. And we're back. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways Show. And I am so excited that we've got two people on the show today who are both achievers and have helped others to achieve. They've helped others to break addiction, break lack thinking, poverty thinking. And we're going to come right back to them. I want to tell you about another part of our community who's doing the same through their banking services. We're sponsored by Truist, the bank that's here for better. BB&T and SunTrust merged to form Truist with a shared purpose to inspire and build better lives and communities. Let me give you one example of what that means. Truist has come up with something called the Truist Community Benefits Plan. They've earmarked $60 billion, that's right, billion with a B, to invest in affordable housing, nonprofit support, and small business growth over the next 3 years. So you can see that while Truist is committed to a better banking experience for you, they're just as committed to giving back to the community and creating meaningful change for all folks who are striving to do more, be more, and achieve more. So I hope you'll check them out at truist.com. Let me spell that for you. TRUIST.com. Truist Financial, member FDIC. Well, my friend Tim Shurr is here with Joe Vitale, and let me tell you something. These gentlemen are helping people to become wealthy, not by telling them, oh, get into this business or getting in that business or do this opportunity or that opportunity. What they're saying is, it's in your thinking. Good God Almighty, this is good stuff. It's in your thinking. It's in your programming that we do things without knowing why we do them because we've been programmed by them. Or as my friend Gerhard Schwantner, the CEO of Selling Power Magazine, said when he was here on the show, he said that people are taught three ways. They're imprinted, they're impacted, and they're inspired. They're imprinted with their DNA and certain things when they come to the world. Then and that imprinting is also usually through their learning years. Their parents imprint money is bad. Money doesn't grow on trees, all of that kind of stuff. And then they impact by teachers and people they have made along the way. But then they're inspired. Somewhere along the way, they'll get inspired by somebody that says, all that other thing, and you talk about it often in the book, is just a bunch of BS. Okay, now tell them what BS stands for you before you go, though.
Belief systems.
There you go. That's just a BS belief system that has been inadequately or incorrectly programmed into your system, and you can now shift that. You can change that so that money you become a magnet for money. And that's what I want to talk about. Finish talking about what you were telling me, Tim, about the whole one belief away and how that can really change somebody's life.
Well, a lot of times the beliefs that we have are trying to help us avoid pain and create more pleasure in our life. Yeah. And unfortunately, some of the beliefs get so mixed up inside that we're trying to avoid pain by doing things that actually create more pain. So
no, say that again. Say it. we're doing things to or trying to avoid pain that create more pain. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
that creates more pain. That's exactly right. So we say, I don't want to get lung cancer, but I'm so stressed about it that I'm going to smoke another cigarette.
Mm.
Right. I'm so worried about, trying to stick to my diet that I'm going to have this jelly donut because I'm stress eating now. Right. And we eat the donut or we go to the cigarette or we go to whatever our poison is because somewhere in our mind, we think it's going to make us feel better. And if we take that away, we won't have any way to feel better, which means more pain. So we go back to what we know. And that is the sabotaging habit and pattern that people go through. But when you change the belief, and you give people new ways of feeling peaceful, new ways of feeling safe, nurtured, supported, and encouraged, inspired, as you say, then all of a sudden people will move in that direction and keep moving in that direction because it feels better than the old way. And that's how you create sustainable results. People always say, how long is it going to last? Well, as long as you want it to, because it's going to continually bring more joy into your life.
Wow. Before we go any further, I want to make sure people know where they can get your books, this book, One Belief Away, and all the other books, Dr. Joe and Tim. So, Tim, where can they get this book and any other books?
There is a tiny bookstore online called Amazon.com. If you
little
check
teeny
out
weeny
that,
little teeny weeny place, you have to look hard for it. Yeah.
That's how it started, right? It started as a little online bookstore. Now it's Amazon. And so, you can check out, I've got a few books and Joe has about 14,000 books that he's written and you can find all of them on Amazon.
Okay, great. Joe, let's talk about prosperity. People call you all over the world to help them to break their poverty thinking to get to a prosperity mindset so that they will become someone who can not sabotage their own success, but create wealth like you did. Tell them some of the secrets that you have used to help people break their poverty thinking and get to prosperity.
Well, there's several things, but I'll mention a couple of them. First, I'll just repeat that when you make peace with money, you will allow money into your life. And you befriend it, you've now opened the door for money to come to you.
Let me say that again. When you stop thinking it's bad and you befriend it,
yes,
it will come to you.
Yes. Money has no beliefs about you. You have beliefs about money. That's important.
That's good.
That's good. Money has no beliefs about you, folks, but you have beliefs about money that keeps money away. Go ahead, Joe. Give me some more.
Yeah. All right. So that's the first one. Befriend money. The second one is befriend yourself. And what I mean is most people don't think they're good enough. In some way, shape, or form, this is a foundational belief for virtually everybody. They think that they're bad or they're not enough or they're not lovable or they're not likable. Some version of that. When they start to appreciate themselves, nurture themselves, and I don't mean in an ego way, I mean in a self-nourishing way, then they can start to believe, oh, I deserve good things, including money. So when you make peace with yourself and you make peace with money, you're now allowed to move in the direction of prosperity. And the third thing that I would say is one of my favorite tools to attract more money sounds counterintuitive, but it is the idea of giving money away.
Yep.
Give money away. In religious terms, they often call it tithing.
Yes.
But I actually say you should give money, or at least it's wise to give money, to wherever you've received spiritual nourishment, which could be a church.
Yes.
But distributing money sends a signal to yourself that you have enough. It also metaphysically sends a signal to the universe that you're putting money in circulation. Money needs to circulate. Sooner or later, it comes back to you. And usually when it does, it's 10 times more than what you gave, or even more. So those are some of the thoughts that I would give to people wanting to be prosperous.
Wow. I love that. Folks, I hope y'all got that. And one of my formulas for creating wealth is every dollar I give a dime right off the top. I give it, just give it. It's a seed. It's a seed. And you want more corn. You can't eat all the corn seed and expect to get more corn. You got to take some of those seeds, save them, and put them away to plant. And the old saying that I like, you can take an apple and you can cut it in half. You can take all the seeds out the apple and put them on the table and count them. And you can count how many seeds came out of that apple. But you can never count how many apples will come from those seeds. And so when you give it away with a mindset that money is a tool, I just want to bless somebody. I want to help somebody. I want to be a blessing. That's why you find a lot of philanthropists who are wealthy, not because they have money to give. They started giving money that helped them become philanthropists. Am I right, Joe?
Absolutely correct. Some of the wealthiest people in the world are giving money now, but they gave money in the beginning too.
Right.
A lot of people will say, oh yeah, Gates is giving money or so-and-so is giving money because they have it. And that is a very blindsided, very self-sabotage oriented way of looking at it, because you start now. A lot of people, very skeptical people, will say, I'll give money when I have it. And I'll go, no, you have it right now. Right. You have money right now. If you have $1, give a dime.
Right.
If you've got $10, then give that $1 out. You have money now. Begin now, and you will see the wealth increase. As long as you make peace with money, you make peace with yourself.
Wow, this is fantastic. All right, Tim. So you have come up with this great concept. You two have come up with this great concept about the book. And Tim, you have a 5-step strategy in the book for lowering stress, getting unstuck. What are those 5 steps?
So real simply, the first step is get in touch with the feeling that you have that you want to change. Right. Yeah. So if you're feeling stressed, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling angry or scared or resentful or whatever feeling it is, get in touch with that feeling. Then step 2, ask yourself, what would I have to believe in order to feel this way? And sometimes you ask yourself that question a few times. Well, I'd have to feel that I'm not going to be able to pay my rent this month. Right. Well, what else would you have to believe in order to feel like you can't pay your rent this month? That something's unfair, or that God doesn't like me anymore, or the world is cruel. But if you keep digging, what you come down to is I'm afraid that I'm not going to know what to do. I'm afraid that I'm not going to be enough to figure this situation out. And that's our greatest fear, that I'm not enough. I'm not going to be able to figure this out. So then step 3 is, what would be a new belief? If you could believe, because beliefs are just opinions. They're not facts, right? So if you could believe something else, what would you want to believe? What would be a belief that would make you feel like you could create some momentum? So instead of thinking that I'm not enough, maybe you think I am enough, and then I'm going to figure this out. Quick side story. The moment that I really knew that I wanted to complete this book with Joe was when I asked him. I said, I was having a hard time, and I said, Joe, do you think that some people are just luckier than others? And he said 2 things that blew my mind. He said, well, I hate to answer that because there's so much victimhood in the question. And I'm like, victimhood? I'm not a victim. Are you kidding me? Which obviously I was totally being a victim, but I'm like, what? and then the second thing he said, which just was so amazing. I love this. He says, let's say there are lucky people in the world. Why don't you just decide to be one of them?
Wow.
Boom.
Right? Mine blew off. The top of your head just exploded.
It did. The hair still has not come back. So, yeah. So if you ask yourself, what would I rather believe? What would be a more empowering belief? And then step 4 is, all right, let's say I have this belief that I can do this, I am enough. Then what's a bold move that I would make? Like a bold move that if I knew God had my back and I could not fail and I have 100% self-belief, what would be a big, bold move, some kind of action that I could take to start to turn my situation around? And then step 5, act on it.
Wow. You see, that's why I got these guys. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Willie Jolley Wealthy Way Show, and I've got the great ones here. And for sure, stay tuned, because the best is still yet to come. Stay tuned.
Friendship is not about being convenient. It's about being committed and consistent. You can call on me when you need me. You can call on me. Call me. You can call on me. Pick up the phone. You can call and call me.
Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and people often ask, how did I go from a broke, busted nightclub singer to become a best-selling author and to be voted one of the outstanding 5 speakers in the world by the 175,000 members of Toastmasters International? The answer is that I decided to invest and change my thinking, invest in my mindset, and decided to change my inputs because inputs determine outputs. I heard about a seminar years ago when I was just getting started. I was making about $100 a speech. And I heard this seminar that was creating millionaires, and it cost $10,000, but the guy was getting results. I didn't have that kind of money, but I decided to borrow it because I learned that there's a price for success, the price of college, the price of going to school, the price of education. And there's a price for success, and then there's a cost for not paying the price, the cost of staying the same. And that cost is greater than the price. It's too expensive. And so I went and it changed my life. And I came back and quickly made $100,000. I heard a similar story from Dr. Dave Martin, how he went to a success rally, heard a speaker who inspired him. He and his friend said, wow, that's changed my life. The speaker had a package of materials to help build wealth. The package cost $1,500. And that was all the money Dr. Dave had to his name. Dr. Dave's friend asked, do you think this stuff is worth it? Dr. Dave thought for a moment. He said, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. But I do know that I'm worth it. I'm worth it. He invested that money in that package and used the materials to grow his thinking. He grew his mindset. He shared how that $1,500 investment has gone on to generate millions in revenues. He's a multimillionaire. And he has homes now in Arizona and Florida. I want to say to you, it's time to invest in you. I want to give you some materials that will help you, grow your mindset, grow your future, grow your finances. Go to wjspeaks.com/billionaire. wjspeaks.com/billionaire to get some materials that will inspire your success and help you find that there's a price for success, but there's a cost for not paying the price. And the cost is always greater than the price. Go to wjspeaks.com/billionaire and get the bag, the box, or any of the materials there and keep growing your wealth. And remember, as a man thinketh, so as he is, and your best is yet to come. And we're back. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Way Show with my special guest, Dr. Joe Vitale. He was homeless. He was broke, busted, disgusted. But one day he changed his thinking. He's changed his perspective about money. And he went on to become not only rich, but wealthy, but also to become one of the great prosperity teachers in the world, on the globe. You've seen him on the movie The Seeker. He's been a superstar in helping people become prosperous and wealthy. And my other guest is Tim Shurr, who is a speaker. He's a coach. He is an expert in hypnosis to get you to get past your self-limiting thoughts and to get to your possibilities. A couple things in this book. They have a new book called One Belief Away. I've got this book dog-eared because there were so many good things in here. We have no say over the hand dealt us in life, but we do have a lot of control over how that hand is played. Here's another one I like. It says, if what you think should be happening in your life equals what is happening, you're happy. If what you think should be happening isn't happening, well, you feel unhappy. And if you think what should be happening isn't happening and you believe you can't do anything about it to change it, you become depressed. And what you folks have been able to help people to do is get into the inner thinking, the things that make you think you're happy or sad. You said it. A belief is an opinion. If you believe that when you said that, it made me think about a relative of mine who her brother died from cancer. And she and I had a conversation. She said, I sure hope I don't get cancer. I sure hope I don't get cancer. And every time I'd see her, she'd say, I'm thinking about cancer all the time. Well, you know what she got? Cancer. That's what she died from. Because that's where her programming. She had a programming that cancer ran in her family. Some people say, well, diabetes run in my family. All of that. Everybody in my family poor. Okay. All of that kind of consciousness and thinking, it's pre-programmed. So how do we get people past it? Dr. Joe, you gave some great tips in the last segment about prosperity and what you got to do. You got to understand about money, about yourself, and about how that money can be distributed. I'm gonna ask you both a question, and I want you to think and share with this in terms of creating wealth. And this is the Wealthy Way show. Let's say I took you to you two gentlemen came to DC for an event, and I picked you up, took you to Howard University, and we went to a class where there were students in business and in entrepreneurism, and they want to be successful like you guys are successful. So I want you to give them 3 you gotta. You got to do this if you want to be successful. Joe, tell us 2 or 3 you got us.
All right, be glad to. The very first one is to choose. Choose what you want to do. Declare your intention. This is going to start your motor in your brain. It's going to align your body and mind, and you're going to have a goal to go for. So choose. What do you want? Answer the question. What do you want to have, do, or be? The second thing is, and this is the thing most people don't do, take action.
Yes.
Take action every day. Do something in the direction of what you've chosen to do, what your intention is. And the third thing, and this is really the secret to success. The third thing is the secret to success. Persist. Persistence wins out over talent, over luck, over anything else that people pray for, people think is going to happen. Persist and you can win. Choose, do, persist.
Woo, fantastic. And you know what? That's scriptural. For those people who have had their theology, and my upcoming book is about how to shift people's theology that goes from losing to winning. It's all there. You got to choose. You got to do it and then persist. Or as the Bible says, importunity. That the lady kept coming to the judge, kept coming, importunity, kept knocking, kept coming until the judge said, "I'm not doing this because I'm doing it because this person has gotten on my nerves and won't give up." Okay. All right, Tim, give me some you gotta do this. You gotta do this.
Yes, you gotta believe in yourself. Until you believe in yourself, you might as well not do anything else. So you gotta believe that you are enough, that you are worthy. Do the inner work. Find someone that believes in you.
I'm gonna put a pin right there. You gotta believe in yourself. Tell me a couple things they can do to improve their belief system in self. Because many people say, "Oh, I've heard I got to believe, but I don't know how to do it."
Get the book One Belief Away. Simply
That's a good
because
start. That's a good start.
Well, literally, that's my 30 years of experience and Joe's 30 years.
There are exercises in the book, by the way, folks. There are exercises that he tells you. The reason he said get it, because he'll tell you in the book step by step through each chapter, and it tells you. So get the book. Well, tell me something they could do today. Maybe one step that they could do to work on their belief system.
Start with what Joe said, about choose, right? And write down, what do I want to believe about myself?
Yeah.
What do I want to believe about myself? Because God don't make junk, right? So what do I want to believe? I want to believe that I'm good. I want to believe that I am talented, that I have the ability to persist. Because what is persistence? It just means that I am choosing to believe based on faith that things are going to work out for me, and that all things are possible through Christ, and that I have the ability to, if I keep showing up, it don't matter what shows up. What matters is how I show up. And I'm going to keep showing up and leaning in.
Wow. Okay, that's one. You believe. You got to believe. Okay.
Then you got to believe in others. We got to believe in others. If we don't believe in others, we won't want to take care of others. We won't want to find other ways that we can help people out in their situations. Because in business, it's really all about sales and service and helping people to avoid pain and create more pleasure in their life. And the more you are able to care about other people, the more you're going to be in this situation for gotta number 3, which is keep adding value. If you care about people, you will keep adding value, and whoever adds the most value wins.
Wow, that is a winning combination. You got to believe in yourself, got to believe in others, and then you got to keep adding value. Give more value, because whoever gives the most value is going to win. As someone said, if you gave the most value and you won by 1 point out of 100, but you did it consistently, and your value was a little better, you're going to win over the greater time. If a team won every game of the season by 1 point, even though they outplayed the other one by a little more, they'd win the Super Bowl. So same deal. Oh man, this is good. This is so good. Again, one belief away. If people want to book you to speak or to get you personally and get your coaching, where can they get you, Tim? And then I'm going to ask Dr. Joe where they can get in touch with him. Where can they reach you?
Yeah, you can go to timshurr.com and all the resources are there. And
Spell
a
it for
lot
me,
of
Tim.
Yeah, Tim, Tim, like Timothy out of the Bible. Tim, and then Shurr, S as in Sam, H-U-R-R, timshurr.com.
timshurr.com. And Dr. Joe, where can they reach you?
Well, I'm not hiding. I'm all over the internet. So they could they could find me. But joevitale.com, JOEVITALE.com. joevitale.com will do it too.
Wow. I'm just really taken by this book. I got to read another part of this. Part of your personal and spiritual development is to learn how to feel more comfortable being uncomfortable. When I read that, I had to mark it, earmark it, take a pen. Is being uncomfortable is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. One of the most common self-sabotages is trading in long-term results for immediate gratification. As soon as attempting to follow through on a task starts to feel hard, most people cave in and quit. Even when there's a physical or emotional discomfort, the ones who don't stop make significant gains and turn their goals into realities, which is what you just said, Joe, about persist.
Yes.
I got a minute left for each one of you. Joe, any closing thoughts, please?
I have found the secret to success in life, to happiness and health, is to follow your unique passion. Every one of us has some sort of mission. It doesn't necessarily mean run for president or solve the world hunger or cure cancer, but there is something for you to do. It could be write a book. It could be open a bakery. It could be the best mom or the best plumber. But whatever it is, find your unique calling and pursue it with passion and purpose. That's your contribution to the world.
Wow, I love it. Tim, closing thought.
Yeah, you are already enough. You have nothing to prove. You're already whole. And so now if you spend your life improving yourself so that you can then turn around and not make it about yourself and add value to others, you already won the game.
Wow. Whoo, folks, one belief away. I want you to go get it. It will give you step-by-step principles and processes to get out of your own way and to start getting into the thrust and the stream of prosperity. I want to thank Tim Shurr, Dr. Joe Vitale. I want to encourage you to get this book. And then I want to thank Truist Financial again, who is our sponsor. BB&T and SunTrust merged to form Truist with a shared purpose to inspire and build better lives and communities. And they're serious about it. Check out how Truist is unleashing potential at truist.com. Let me spell that for you. It's TRUIST.com. I want to encourage you all to go to winwithwillie.com. Sign up for my newsletter. And every morning, Monday through Friday, I send out a 1-minute message to inspire, encourage, uplift, and empower you. And then listen to me on this show, and then get the podcast on iHeart, C-Suite, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast. And join us Monday nights, 9:00 Eastern time on Willie.Jolley and the real Willie Jolley on Instagram Live and Facebook Live, Willie.Jolley for Happily Married Mondays was what we used to call it. Now we call it from the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, the broadcast. I want to thank you all for joining in, and I want to thank you all for telling everybody you know about this show. You've made it a success. And remember, for sure, your best is yet to come. Be blessed this week. God bless you.
Are you tired of crying? it ain't going nowhere. Have you maybe come to the conclusion that there's nothing at all that you can do?
Well, I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode, and I hope you got something of great value. And I hope that you were inspired, you were motivated, you were empowered, and you were encouraged to live your best life. I hope this information and this inspiration will help you to do more, be more, and to achieve more. That's the goal why I started this program, and I hope it helped you in a mighty way. Now, I ask you to make sure and that you take full advantage of all the resources that came through this program. I hope you go to wjspeaks.com/gift and get some of the free resources that we have there for you. I hope you go to wjspeaks.com/shop to get some of the books that we have created, that we've labored over to make sure that they will deliver a powerful message to you. I hope you go to williejolly.com/billionaire, williejolly.com/billionaire, or wjspeaks.com/billionaire to get the box that it will inspire your whole family, or get the bag of books. Make this a great day, a great week, a great month. And remember, it is true that you are blessed and all things are possible for them that believe. So make the most of the belief that you have now in your future. This is Dr. Willie Jolley. Have a great day.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.